What in the world is going on, people of YouTube? I'm Steven with purposedlens Photo and Media, and today we're going to be talking about YouTube's decision to remove the dislike counter. Now, this is a little bit different from what I typically talk about on this channel, but I believe that this situation here not only affects me, but it affects you guys as viewers as well. So I thought it would be a good thing to talk about, and I want to give you guys a chance to weigh in on this thing and to see what you guys think. Now, if you don't know what's happening, YouTube has decided to remove the dislike counter from their platform. Now, what that means is you will see a video and underneath it, you'll still have the like button and you'll still have the dislike button, but you won't see the number underneath the dislike thumbs down button. Now, a lot of people are upset with this decision because they say that because they can't see the amount of dislikes that are on the video, then they don't know if this video is worth watching. If it has 20,000 likes and 40,000 dislikes, you won't be able to see that because you can only see the 20,000 likes. And you may think, well, this video is helpful or this video is good. So now you're forced to have to watch the video and waste your time, which I totally understand that. So there are two sides to this thing. Now, the reason that YouTube said they removed the dislike counter was to deter harassment on the platform. Now, I can personally say that I have seen harassment on the YouTube platform. Now, I haven't seen it in the dislike button because I don't have access to that information, but I have seen it in comments where people leave racist comments sometimes just evil, nasty comments for no reason. I've even had it on my page where people just say your video sucks. Okay, great. Well, what sucks about it? They didn't tell me. They didn't say, well, it was the audio that sucked. It was your topic. I didn't like how you talked about this camera. I didn't like what you said about this lens. Maybe it was my face. Maybe it was my beard. I don't know what it was. I didn't have any information from that comment to determine what it was that made you dislike the video. You just said it sucked. So how do we move through this thing and how do we work through YouTube without having a dislike button? Well, I could say this. There are a lot of platforms that use some type of rating system. You think of Amazon with this rating system. You think of Reddit with its upvotes and downvotes. You think of Yelp with its rating system. And I've seen the good of it and I've also seen the bad. And the good side is, let's say on Amazon, you have a heated blanket that you want to buy. So you look at the heated blanket and it has 20,000 people who have reviewed it and it's 1 star. Well, first you're going to look at that and you're going to go, this probably isn't a good blanket. Now, some people will just keep going and they'll let that 1 star review be it for them. Let's say 20,000 people said it was bad, so it must be bad. Well, I'm a little bit different and I'm not saying this is the right way to do it, but what I will do is I will look at those 1 stars, but then I'll also start to read the comments. And in the comments are the details. I can actually see what's wrong with the blanket. Some people may say, well, after 2 days of use, it burned up. And if I have 30, 40 people saying the same thing, now I know why this blanket is rated a 1 star. It is not because they have some personal vendetta against the company. It's because these blankets are burning up. Now, in contrast, if I go see a blanket and it has 20,000 reviews and there's 5 stars, and then I don't just take those 5 stars and go, well, everybody says it's good, so I'm just going to get the blanket. No, I read the comments. And then people will say, this blanket is very good. It heats up quickly. It doesn't get too hot. I use it on my baby. And this is a perfectly safe blanket. And I even like the safety features that are built into it. And you see a bunch of people say that. Now I know why this blanket is good. It isn't just based on some stars. Now, the reason to me why this is important is because the dislike button never really gave context as to why the person disliked it. You could use it and just say, well, a lot of people disliked it, so it's not good, just like the analogy we use with Amazon. But if you don't know the details, then you're just going off of hearsay and you're just going off of what people are saying. Now, are there instances where the dislike button can be effective? Yes, there are a lot, I think. But there's also instances where it can be misleading. And this is what I think YouTube is getting at. Now, I'm not on either side of this. I'm just looking at both sides and weighing out the pros and cons of both. So my take is this. I'll start with creators. We as creators have a responsibility to provide content that is factual, that is helpful, and that allows the viewer to not waste their time. That's my belief. Now, not everybody believes that. Other people have different ways of going about it, but that's how I move on YouTube. My point and my goal in being here is to offer value to anybody who watches it, whether you're going to try to pick a lens, a camera, how to shoot a certain thing. That's what I'm here to do. And that's what I want to make sure happens on this channel. And the way that I do that is through every aspect, even down to thumbnails. When I make a thumbnail, if I made a thumbnail with a camera that was a $20,000 camera, let's say it was a Sony Venice camera with an expensive lens on it, and I said, is this camera worth it? And then you play the video and it's a $200 camera that I'm actually reviewing. To me, that's misleading. To me, that is not fair to the person who clicked on the video, because not only am I wasting their time, but I'm also deceiving them into clicking on the video for my benefit, because now you click and now I got that click. I'm not here to do that sort of thing. And I understand that there are some creators on this platform that do that sort of thing. They are in it for other reasons, and I can't tell you why that is. That's not up to me to judge, but I do know that that happens. Now, on the other side, there are also viewers who are on the platform that actually don't mean people good. Just like I said before, I've had comments on my page that were downright negative, racist. I don't know why, just for no reason. And those comments will get deleted. And then I've had dislikes, and dislikes have never been a thing that really tells you why. So it doesn't give you context. And I've also had comments that didn't have context. So now the other side of it is I've had likes. I've had people say things, hey, great channel. You should have more subscribers. I subscribe, love your content. This is helpful to me. Now, I like both sides of it. I don't just like the positive feedback. I like the negative feedback too, if it's done respectfully, because feedback will ultimately help me grow. Now, some people aren't into leaving positive feedback. Some people are just into leaving negative feedback with no constructive criticism behind it. They just want to tear down. They want to destroy. That's who some people are. And I would imagine that a lot of those people are very upset because now they're not able to do what they want to do. Now, that's not everybody. There is a legitimate side to this, I believe, where there's some people who really don't want to waste their time on YouTube, and they want to be able to click on a video and based on the likes alone, know that this is a good video. Well, what I'll say to that is this: no creator is perfect, and we're all different. So what somebody may say is good, another person may think is trash. What somebody says is trash, another person may think that is good. So I think that one of the solutions to this is to leave comments. If you leave comments, now we have context to why this video isn't good. Even if you left a thumbs down in the comments from your phone, I know there's different emojis and things that you can do. And not just leave a thumbs down, because that doesn't really give context to why you don't like it. I think if you leave a thumbs down, leave a reason, because if you have enough time to watch 10, 15 seconds of the video, you could take another 10, 15 seconds to type why it is that you don't like the video. I think this is just the fair way to go about it. Now, if I were YouTube, this is what I would do. But again, I'm not YouTube. I don't know the algorithm. I don't know all of these things. They know vastly more than I do. But if it were me, I would leave the creators the option, like they did in the past, to turn off or leave on the dislike and like, just like you can turn off your subscriber count. This should be something that you have the ability to toggle on and off. But now, if you turn those off, then that's beneficial to the creator. But what about the viewer? Well, I think the solution for the viewer would be this. If you decide to turn your likes off, your videos are in a different category, right? So they would be under a tab called unrated videos. So you could click unrated and the viewer could go through at their own discretion and just pick whatever they wanted, because you don't allow the rating system or the dislike and like button to be active. On the other side, you would have videos that were ranked as far as the dislikes. Now, there wouldn't be a rank as far as like this one was liked, this has more likes, but the likes and dislikes, if they're enabled, then they're in the regular algorithm. The ones that aren't are not. And I think that that would just help to separate those videos. Maybe that's not a good idea. I don't know. If you guys, there's probably 1,000 reasons that I can't think of right now why that wouldn't be a good idea. But what I want you guys to do is put down below how you feel about the dislike counter going away, and what would your solution be? Some people are just going to say, bring it back. But with bring it back, let me remind you that dislikes in and of themselves never really had context to them. They were not a true indicator of anything. Remember, just like when we go back to the Amazon rating system, if people rate the thing 5, but they don't leave any feedback and any comments, then we don't really know why they're rating this thing good or why they are rating it bad. I do have maybe one thing that YouTube could do is if you leave a dislike, you have to leave a comment. Maybe that would be something that will work. Yeah, so you leave a dislike only if you comment. You can't just leave a dislike without any context. And maybe the same with like. If you like it, you have to leave a comment. I think that would be good. Maybe some people wouldn't like that anyway. What I'm getting at is you can't please everybody, but I want to know what you guys think. So leave it down in the comments. And until next time, I'll holler at y'all later. I'm out. Peace.